Colegas, estamos en vivo. Saliendo por YouTube. Y vamos a ver la cámara, la que se tenga que cambiar. Si no está en cámara, pido que se vayan a si veamos cuando esté la cámara, o se ve todo, vamos a mirar.
Good morning, everybody. This session has to be recorded in English. The reason is because there are people who don't speak Spanish or something similar to that. It's my language. They say it's a Spanish language. So, good morning. Yeah, are you there?
Good morning.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining us in this session about the consortium COPHELA. I promised to be short in my presentation, just to give space for discussion if necessary. We have two main topics for this session. The first one is to talk about accreditation of the courses, at the same time implementation of that. So both things are related. It is very important just to finish with the project. And of course, the second point is what we're going to do next. So we have to talk about possibilities in order to continue. Because for me, it would be a pity if we lose this group and the possibilities to change more information to progress in higher education in pharmacy. So maybe we have to think about this and their possibilities. I know many of them from the European Union, especially inside the project which is Erasmus Plus, and now is including all programs in Europe for this kind of things. So even though they have possibilities just to get financing for preparing, for example, American members. So for today, I would like to go to these two topics: presentation and accreditation, and the future step in the thing. Well, let me introduce Professor Atkinson, because there are many people here that probably don't know who is Professor Atkinson, why the reason is here. Professor Atkinson is a very specialist people in pharmacy. He was professor in the University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom, was also professor in the University of California, Davis. Also was professor in Lausanne, in Switzerland, and even in Italy, in Milan. Is this correct? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the first time I met Professor Atkinson was the president of the European Association of Faculty of Pharmacists. It was include all the faculties in Europe for pharmacy, of course. So he has a tremendous expertise as professor and also in the coordination and many other aspects. He also was working on industry, and now he is an advisor in many institutions from France. He is living in France, also in Europe for the European Agency, and even more, he is the chief editor of many journals related to pharmacy. His expertise is in pharmacology, but he's very aware of all of the field in pharmacy, all of this research, because I've been involved in many projects and many things. So for me, it's a pleasure just to come with Professor Atkinson for this project. And at the beginning, he was included as another partner, but because now he's retired, so the European Union say that they cannot send money to persons, has to be to institutions, and in this case, it was impossible. So after a very strong discussion with the people in the European Agency, especially with Mr. Jose Gutierrez, I remember that time was terrible. Finally, I convinced these people that Professor Atkinson was essential for the project development. So finally, we found a solution, and now he is not a member in the sense that partner as us, but he's like an advisor for the project, and with the responsible to give us an external opinion about the quality of what we are doing. Not just the courses, but also the project development. So even more, because this is not in the paper, but I always consult with Jeff in order to prepare the report, because he has a tremendous experience. So probably part of the success in this report is because we count with his expertise. So as you can see, for me, it's a real pleasure and also absolutely necessary. It wasn't possible just to invite him to come here because we had to document all of these costs, and it wasn't possible. So that's why he's just by video conferencing. And of course, now maybe it's not the power for everybody who's supposed to manage this bit, but it's not the same. Okay. The thing is, so again, thank you very much yeah, for cooperation with this project. Maybe you can see, the picture of the room. No? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So talking about the first topic, implementation and accreditation, there are a lot of possibilities in order to finish the program. The first thing is just to finish the courses that are already almost down in 30 days. But in any case, everything has to be ready by November 14th. So we have to now include the links to the different institutions where the platform of the institution is to have all of these courses located and open to the public, just to see how is the reaction. So this is absolutely necessary in order just to fulfill the activities. This is the first thing. The second thing is that we have to accredit this course, and this is a big problem. I don't know if after we finish this short presentation, we can open a round of observation just in order to know what are the difficulties and how can we manage this. But we have to do something. So I am aware that it's difficult to get the typical academic accreditation of the courses because there are no directives, no rules, there are no procedures for these online courses. So most of the accreditation is based on that you have teachers, you have contact, maybe it's hybrid, but not complete online. So there's no rule for this accreditation. And at least in my university in Granada, the people don't want to know about this. They say, no. We are a presential university. That means that everybody has to be here. What is about? I mean, this is presential. It's in the estates. I read the estates of the University of Granada. It was founded in the 16th century, and they say nothing about that. But in any case, so this is a problem. And when we made the proposal to the European Union, I was aware of this problem, so I said, okay, we're going to try. So I cannot promise that we are going to get the full accreditation according to the standard code for the other courses. But we will. And in this sense, maybe we have to try to find what we can do with this. Okay? So this is the question. So talking about the implementation and accreditation, I am very glad to announce that I sent to the International Pharmaceutical Federation the course I prepared in Granada, is pharmacogenomics, and in order to obtain what they call the fit cell. The fit cell is like a scan we put in where I show you a little bit, and it's a recognition. It's a recognition that is according with the general trends in the pharmaceutical society worldwide. So I think it's one of the possibilities we have for that. I'm going to show you the case about this question if possible. Here, another my moment. You want to see the passport, the we have a problem because here I have different folders, but I don't know
is this our computer? Is the one that is transmitting or not? This is your computer?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Do you have a pen drive?
Yeah, it was here, but you know.
One more.
Ahora
Ahora aparece.
no, pero aparece en reuniones y a veces un día que aparece.
Y no tiene otro USB.
Sí, pero lo saco de
Sí,
aquí.
pero este computador no es que está transmitiendo. Sí, entonces hay que tener cuidado. Porque ahí voy a llamar al técnico.
No, pero vamos a hacerlo más sencillo. Lo copio aquí.
Tenemos un problema. Él tiene cuando él abre su pendrive, no están los archivos que iba a revisar. No sé si esto lo habrá borrado. Alguien que quiere copiarlo de nuevo. Acá me pregunto para que lo va a copiar de nuevo al pendrive y ahí no pasa. Ah, te llamaron por tu estaba aquí. La gente está a la lectoría. Está a la lectoría, los proyectos no pueden comprar computadores. Un computador para todos.
¿Sabe cómo compartir la pantalla? Para que lo vean. Vamos a abrir la presentación. Mejor que yo pueda usar la pantalla para que salga todo y ya lo recuerdo. Sí, pero para que lo vean la persona
Lo que está en el Zoom. Tiene que ir con compartir pantalla.
bueno, sí. Y ahora voy a ver los tomados.
Si tiene que ir a hacer otra cosa, yo de ahí voy abriendo y pasando la presentación. ¿Ya ahora? Ya.
Si se puede poner esta pantalla, ya saben. Así se ve mejor, ¿no? Me quito yo. I'm sorry for the delay, but it was impossible just to see this file in the previous right I said. So here I have about the document related to the Excel, which is the activities I perform or get this recognition. Maybe we can start from the beginning, which is how to apply for this thing. because in that case, it's something like you are local, not you are from the other side. So I'm not sure, but because in my case, because we apply at the same time to be part of this project, the big organization, so we don't have to pay anything for the same. I don't know what's happening if you are not inside the organization. But if you are part of them, well, absolutely. And here is the paper you have to send. So it's, they have the provision partnership program. In this case, it's because we don't have the accreditation, the method of the accreditation. So this is a program without prior accreditation. In our case, is the pharmacogenomics. So it's, if I say it's the name of the organization, in my case, the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Granada, the country, the program title, quite simple. The date of submission was in June, and now we are in September, so it's not much time. I think it's almost like a publication, not much time. Then they have a lot of detail. The full course of the programs, they have the criteria. Provide, here is the example, provide a description of the mission and the vision of the program. So in that case, it's for the institution. So the mission, University of Granada, I can share with you this document for whatever purpose you want. So here is the description of the mission and the vision of the University of Granada for pharmacy. I put something just in order to fill this answer. Then they said, well, okay, we have to describe how your program aligns with the fifth goals. The fifth goals is another document I'll show you later, in which you can read more or less what are these goals, and you have to read that and say in which extent your program is aligned with this. It's quite simple, but in any case, something that so description of the program, the provider of the courses, and here also here we have a link which is connected with our courses of pharmacogenomics, so everybody can check if they want. And here is the description. The course will fill the content. So pharmacy should have in the PDS is the abbreviation we use for pharmacogenomics. Because, you know, in some cases they call people, they call people call this pharmacogenetics or the pharmacogenomics. So finally they found the solution, which is PG, which is pharmacology, whatever you want, genetic or genomics. X. No, I mean it's not a joke, it's real. Okay, so I put these references to all of the aspects to demonstrate that all of this is real. It's not for myself. And here it says selected primary goals of academic capacity, competency development, special development. So it's just to do the process in whatever. So it's not difficult. So maybe I'm showing this because you can see there's not much literature. It's just a short paragraph, no problem. Describe how your program aligns with the curve of the handbook provision and other document. I'll show you later. And here it's in this case also it had to show the qualification of the different teachers. So the people who prepare the material, not teachers in the sense that we pass preparing the material. So here is a description of all of the people that you already know because they are in the course. And not too much detail in this case. Last organization has a specified program in this case. But in this case, is the organization supporting this is the Reunión. So I put the reference to the project. Section D, the full process for is potential providers and access the quality of the program. Description of the organization, again, the same. In this case, because now we collaborate with the Reunión Center for University of Granada, a description of this center with the links. Not too much. The qualification of the teachers in this case, as you can see, is quite simple. It's the doctors and masters, and not a CT, not necessarily. So the people in charge of the didactic material, the technical staff, and in this case, the coordinator, a description of how the needs of courses identify how the course content is decided. So they made a description about more or less what I feel is the need. At least in Spain, I think we can open to other countries if you like. So very short. The course content, in this case, the logical framework matrix, what this is. You remember the other day I presented like the Excel table. This is the matrix which you have all the competencies and all the courses. What part of this competency are prepared and which? Description of, you can see here the quality action. In this case, the quality manager, responsible of the action, the curriculum development advisory group, the participation. So this is something that probably you know quite well. So it's not very difficult to prepare this. In this case, the external evaluation, and you can see it is going to be done by Jeff. The excellence expose some idea about what can be the detail of excellence, and almost nothing more. You see here, there is nothing more. It's very short about the program, before and after, self-perception. Is how I'm going to evaluate the students. In this case, the quality more than the context. The self-perception of knowledge, you know, is because it was one of the things I put at the beginning of the course about the learning process. Question like this: how the learning environment being? How you think you change it in some way? Question in this sense. So maybe it's a little different to the accreditation processes in other places. This is very friendly, and at the same time, it's flexible, not necessarily to put too much detail. So this is the paper I built in June and to apply for this. And after that, they get in contact with me by phone, then by video conference, in order to explain all of these things face to face. In this case, so I explained all of these details, some of them, because it was a very short interview, so 10 minutes, so not too much. And after that, I received the letter of the confirmation of this. So what we received was a document like this, in which the big organization sent us the conditions of this seal. So it has to be signed by the representatives of the big, and also by, in my case, because I believe it was the faculty, by the dean of the faculty. Even on needs to go further. I mean, just the organization, no problem. Very simple. Almost everything we have to deal with.
Here, what's the expiration date? It says expiration date, vencimiento.
Yep.
When is
This is 1 year.
1 year?
They give the seal for 1 year. But what if you finish this year, you can apply for an extension. But the only thing is, in that case, you have to send something like everything is the same, updated, of course, but the same, but don't make any change. You may change, you have to apply for a new one. So it's just an agreement. For me, it was very simple. Just to put the name of the course in all of the space they put in yellow. Yeah, put them in, and that's all. And finally, signs of the return. That's one of the questions. You can see here was the graph. This is the revenue model. So I think maybe if you are not member of the organization, maybe you have to pay something because of this. Because when I saw this, I said, in my case, they raise everything. Why? Maybe because you are a partner. I don't know exactly how much you pay for being a partner of people, but it's not very expensive because when I asked the team to be part, they said, no problem, it's not very expensive. So I don't know exactly the amount, but I can ask my team how much it is, but not too much. And that's all. I mean, it's quite simple. So you can see it was the graph. And finally, the signs of the different people in our case, the team on the faculty, even that they don't need special signature. Yes, they agree and say, okay, he's agree with this, or what? Everything very simple. For me, it's a surprise because usually in this kind of things, you have to do a lot of paperwork. For me, the schedule of working was perfect. I mean, send a proposal, some detail, they call you, you explain whatever is not clear or totally clear, and it was 2 months. And in the middle was the summer. Maybe this is short, but you apply right now. So, and finally, here, should have what is the fee. No, sorry. It's just to show what is the SIM. It's just an electronic level. Yeah, you put it everywhere. You see the yesterday, or the other day, the center, the poster also you have in the website of COPHELA, the advertisement about this, but maybe out here. No. Okay, this is so it's the International Pharmaceutical Federation, recognized with the fifth seal, University of Granada, pharmacogenomics COPHELA, from 7 September until 1 year. So next year, we have to apply again. And if there is no changes, it's automatic. Okay, no. In fact, the person who is responsible for this is Dalia. I'll show you the email. Is very practical. Maybe because we don't have this accreditation process properly clear, maybe this is one step which is very easy that you can see. So all of you can apply for the respective courses for this recognition. Because you have seen that they say, what is the institution? I cannot make the application for all of you. So it has to be one by one. Proyecto, prepare so everyone has to prepare, send to Maria the proposal. Maybe here, I have, this is from the E. Here is the well, just to tell you more or less how these things happen in the real world. My first contact was with Pierre Moreau, which is one of the leaders in the organization. He's working in Kuwait, but I sent an email and he answered me in almost 10 minutes. He said, oh, wonderful. Oh, let's talk about this. And then I moved to this person, which is called Dalia, or Dalia. I don't know the pronunciation correct. Dalia, which is the period organization. Oh, this is the address. So you can get in contact with Dalia, because at the end, Dalia is recording everything. And so now you can send the application or whatever question you have. This is the email. Dalia thought, feed theory of organization. That's okay. So what else about this? I promised to present a list to documents. One is the handbook for providers of program, in which now we have here a description. It's a document, a general document from the FIP, in which you have an explanation of everything, how they manage the courses, the seed, or the values and commitment under the provisions, what is, you can use the seal for whatever you want. I mean, there is no restriction on both. But you have to be aware that this is not an accreditation seal. It's just a recognition that will follow the directives of the FIP. So we are in line with these ideas of the Pharmaceutical Federation worldwide. And also you have the quality. But not the quality in the sense of the academic quality. You have to demonstrate, you have a number of features. How any computer you have Calicaster or Calicaster, things like that. For the Calicaster, this is a joke we have to dismiss it because we know that this equipment is called Calicaster for video recording, but I think nobody uses it because for different reasons it's a complication. So, well, so they say, okay, you have a Calicaster, it's like the show about the rectors in different universities. When something like one of the rectors died, they thought the sky was bigger there, and he said, hey, you have been not so very well. Well, but you have a result of this, you are going to come back to the new university here. It's a wonderful, no problem. So this is not yeah, but you have two faculties for medicine. You are right. It's another thing. So here is the description. So this document you can get from internet, no problem. If not, you can put it in the drive so you can solve it. And the other one is about the goals. I think it's this. Yeah. Big initiatives. So there are some kind of document like this that you can use mainly for reference. You do not have this practice like how to apply. You can read all of this if you want to make the literature in the application in more detail. So you have all of these documents to show. But I mean, from my point of view, I took almost nothing from that. You read everything you said that. At the end is now you have a culture which is directly to the benefit of the pharmacy. Now we are developing new areas in the pharmacy that maybe are very useful, not in the future, like people say, in the present. Not necessarily to do many other things. So okay, this is another question that they asked me is just to present a program outline. So I guess I made here the description. You have seen the other day my presentation about the courses. So how is the structure of the course? Understanding pharmacogenomics and the description of all the videos in that case. The second module is time. So you have to module, but nothing more. So here we have all possibilities. Questions?
Antonio, maybe you should go there.
No,
No, por ahora no.
Ya. ¿Quiere venir?
Es para que se escuche bien a los demás. Igual part of the form I saw that there is some kind of quality assessment by your university. That the University of Granada kind of endorsed your program. Is that true? How did you do that?
My university,
Uh-huh.
this is a system of the quality evaluation is some topic. Because in the case of the MOOCs, we don't have experience.
But could we project the form again? The application? Which one?
Yes. Here.
This one? This one, it looks easy, but provider. That's doable. I passed it.
No te oye fuera. Por favor, fíjate que esto es un impacto, pero
I wanted to ask you if you can send you the instructions for application to verify your verification.
with all this information in the drive. So you enter in drive, you get all the information. If there's something missing, I can. So my idea is just everything at the same time, so you can take whatever you need. And I think the other one forward is called C. I think so. No?
Okay, I found it. What makes me some degree of concern is this description of quality assurance, because we don't have a quality manager, and we don't have a curriculum development advisory group, neither self-study committee. And I don't know, I would have to look if we have as a university recommendations. So how could we bypass that?
No, if you read carefully what's in the quality assurance, it says a reproduction of what we put in the COPHELA. So it is clear that if you have to do some quality evaluation, you need a manager. Or somebody has to be responsible for that. But it is not necessary. In this case, we need to have a manager for the course. I mean, what you want. The second point is that you need an evaluation.
External evaluation?
So, no. Yeah, the second is you need a curriculum development advisory group, but you have this curriculum advisory group because you have all the teachers participate, and you can invite other people.
Okay.
But now you have this. The second is the self-study committee for accreditation. If you have something like that, in our case, I applied to the Unit of Quality University of Granada, and they say we don't know nothing about MOOCs. So it was the end. So in that case, I don't have this self-study committee for accreditation because they don't have this possibility. So in that case, you have to include one representative from the partner institutions or whatever. So it's something like here, our consortium. Then now you can read all of these courses and you can give your opinions, something like that.
So we
When
can
you
say
have,
that we did this
yeah, but
evaluation when everyone presented.
so we were talking about implementation and accreditation, and it's the same thing, but we clear about that. So until now, the courses were not finished, so we have to wait until they are finished, almost finished, not necessarily to be completely finished. in order just to present this kind of information to these committees, if you have committees. If not, you can create committee. If not, we can use the consortium as a committee. So, but now it's something that what we are doing today. So the other day we were presenting the courses. Before that, what can you say about my course? You never see the course. But now we have possibilities, and this is one of the actions we have to do is just to involve the associate partners. So when we have all the links of the courses in the web page, I'm going to send an invitation to all the associate partners, plus other people, and some of them were just indication from Jeff, from the European agencies, in order just to take a look and see what happens. So the group is created. I mean, I know exactly what are the people who are going to participate. And they want to say something, okay, but when we have everything in the website. So before that, it's a process. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Question for this, I think it's a good thing just to do it. I mean, probably it's not accreditation, official accreditation, but for a student who's are interested in the papers, with and things like that. But for attract the people to these courses, I know because I have a meeting next week, Friday, in Sevilla, which is the big Congress, annual Congress. I have a meeting with the responsible of the FIT because they are going to announce this course, this seal, of course, in this Congress and also in the web page. So I think it's a good strategy that at the end we can have this diffusion in all the FIT pages if we apply on this work topics. So it's probably something very important. Okay. No question. For the other side, yeah, for Julia, questions about you, or you want to make some comments? Well, everything is very clear, or I didn't explain anything. Let's see it first. Okay. The mask, you want to do the fact because it's not on the other side. I know this is right. Way. Wireless microphone, but
My concern is that, at least for the federal universities community, there's no provision of paying such an institution. So I don't know how we would be able to deal with the inscription. I think we can't. So I don't know if it's possible for us to get the fixed. We can pay. Okay, I understood for your talk because we don't belong to the institution, really, and we don't have any kind of formal way to do that. So I really don't know if we will be able.
That case, so can we proceed in order to solve but I know all the faculty they have budget for this international cooperation. I don't know the case of Prominence or faculty they have this kind of problem. Faculty of pharmacy or another, for example, participate in different organizations. For example, I don't know how much I have to pay, but maybe Carlos can have an idea. Not too much. No.
$250. $250.
$50. Yes. But I mean, these kind of things, so how convince the authorities in the countries to be part of this international membership. But maybe we can from the consortium just to get the view, whatever. This is good for you, not just for the project, but good for you. Never. No. But before of that, if you want, I can send another of you. You can write a via and say, okay, this is our product. We have 5 of it. So maybe we say the city is 10 euros. Okay, so that well, point I wanted to point I wanted to show you is another possibility that is open in another platform, so in another organization. Is the open education. This is the fifth organization. This is for parents. Okay. And then now we move to another organization which is a wider scope. This case is higher education. So now we are, in this case, we have programs of almost everything. Let's take a look. If possible. This one. I don't know. No, I don't have nothing because we have to enter into the web page. So let's enter into the web page, which is open. And here we are, open. This is the portal for courses like our courses, multiple courses in higher education. And I would like to share with you some information that I think is useful. Can I move this from one place to another? Oh, yeah. Well, there are many interesting things. If you want to read what is the organization and so on, and how to become a member, so they have many possibilities. There is one very important aspect that now is appearing in this Europe. Is what they call the micro-credentials. We are not talking about degrees in the sense of a master, is one thing, or doctorate, or the no, it's what they call micro-credentials. So now, well, I know it's a growing trends in order to create a micro-credential for the preschool. So what is exactly micro-credential? Here you have explanation. Certified learning outcome, short-term learning experiences. For example, a short course of training, a short course for me, because the idea of course is always the same. For them is something getting like this is the idea of course. So for us, the idea of courses is exactly what micro-credential. The length about 60 hours, this is just a micro-credential, this is not. Of course, we have been shorter than okay. They offer a flexible target way to help people develop knowledge, skill, and competence they need in their personal and professional development. Recognized by the European Commission. So, apply for this is a recognition. This is not a recognition. It's a recognition because always I'm not saying we don't have a protocol for visual accreditation, but this is a similar to that. You have a micro-credential that is recognized by the European Commission. Maybe your quality agency, I don't think because the course has quality at least also is recognized, officially recognized in this way by the Commission. However, an official legislative definition is not yet defined. The official in the terms of the master or the normal degrees. For this reason, the European Commission recently published a proposal for council recommendation of microcredit. So now it's in the way. We finally approved as official, but now it's just taking the proposal. You can read here the proposal. This is PDF, maybe it's too much, but here is the proposal for the council recommendation. This proposal is made by a consortium, named institutional education. So we don't know the final resolution, but it's like all of this proposal when there are big consensus usually about in which way, I don't know, but so you can read if you want this possibility. So micro-credential, think about this. Because for me, it's a good opportunity, and also for the universities, it's something relatively new and something that we can explore. And one of the things can be the result of our projects and our efforts just to create this new culture about degrees and recognition, micro-credential. Very interesting on this from my point of view. You don't have much idea, just take a look at this. Now we can take video conferences or whatever, specific topics or whatever you want. Because it's clear that today we are not going to see everything. All of these have a lot of documents we have to read carefully, and then when we are in the condition to discuss in detail necessarily. This is one very important point. And the other is the quality of it. Related to the idea of accreditation that we get. The other is again the same, slightly, but so receiving at the end is something that stands for whatever they say that the program is a good quality. This is an accreditation official for your country or whatever. No, this is an international recognition of the quality of the courses or the whatever you send to that, the open quality level. In this case, here is a long explanation, but here has to be a link somewhere here. So to obtain the level, here you have the guide in order to follow for that, but here are the checklists. So in that case, now we can start the evaluation of the courses you want, because this is not also you need. But in order to check our courses, if they are in agreement with this checklist from the if your courses are in agreement with that, now you can apply for the topic. If not, you have to make changes. But it's possible to do that. Here is how to become, but maybe here is the checklist. Sometimes you have to read the title to divide the position of the tips because it's not very easy. Now I have to move from where here. Moving Jeffrey and Julia continuously. Here is the explanation of the quality of the checklist. Okay, you can read because there is not too much. But here is the list. Okay. Criteria. This is just to check. The first one is this a mode or not? It's a good question because maybe may or wrong, everybody has a different idea in their mind. So it's a mode or not? The typical model of the course is such that the effort on all services, including the academic staff and tutoring tests, does not increase significantly the number of participants or whatever. Okay, yes, no. Not applicable, EALA, they say, no, sorry, not applicable, no, not achieved, partially achieved, or fully put there your perception. So you have something to demonstrate, but if not, you just put this. And when you send the proposal, maybe they send to you, say, okay, send me the, oh yes, an interview. It's not effective. Massive, has to be massive. It's open to everybody. I think if we put in internet, it's massive. Open, also accessible to all people without limitation. Limitation. Not paid, it's free. Only limitation is internet. This is of course not a limitation, something. The course is always accessible. Put in internet. This is the question is clear now. Because if you see you present the Coursera, was the Coursera, but they open from one moment to another, because at the end they have to people in charge of the course. But in this case, you have a real book of no limitation. So I'm not going to bore you with all these details, because now you can just check if your course fulfill this or not. If everything is FA, fantastic. Now let's have the application form for the recognition. And it has a lot. Yeah. The second point is quality and of the design of the board. For example, they are accessible to different target groups, of course. Identify. We have identified from the rural area, hospitals. Now we have, I think we can apply for this, but maybe in some case that is interesting because if your course has something to be modified according to this, now you are on time. This is another good idea. Learning activities. In this case, the activity a participant to do their own learning and to communicate each word. I mean, for me, it's clear that we also have something to do modular, so they can create whatever part of learning they want, and also can communicate. That's why I said the other day, you have to put forward in the course, not just to communicate one people and another. The pathway, activity, tasks, and routes are designed in such a way that they can be performed at different levels of difficulty or complexity. If you create this path, then maybe it's interesting because it's quite different to prepare a path for pharmacy in hospital, because of the people who are just going in hospital, yes, a different preparation or background, the people in the community or whatever. In that case, maybe we can do something just to adjust more to this idea. But for me, the important thing is when you read this, now the child know how to prepare it. So something like the final report, you know exactly what they are going to have now. And there are a lot. They have not too much. Here is another table 3 is accessibility to the model. And again, here we have compliant with the W3 free accessibility program. Now you have to enter and see yes or no. What are the guidelines for universal design for learning? For many of us, this sounds strange, but now you can really see it. The end is something that we can do. There's another one. The technical platform and support for staff and participants. In that case, people in this area can ask or can answer this question. Because for me, they say the platform is okay. For me, what? And this is the end. So now we have 4 tables, maybe 50 questions, come on. And for me, it's a good point of reference for the courses. If we want to apply for this topic, we have to apply all of us for the level. saying that before with the people. There are problems, like for example, in Fluminense, we cannot solve that problem. No. So it's not obligatory, not compulsory for us, but ministry recognition. And also, let me show you.
Antonio, is it here, Nick, does it have a charge? Do we have to pay for this one?
For the lab,
For the open access?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The same that with the then there is a consortium for MOOCs. European, this is the name, EMC, European MOOC Consortium. You can become a member, that case, maybe something, I don't know, maybe not.
But if we are not European, we are not.
Well, it's called European because they started in Europe, but they are meet everybody.
Okay.
So I think that the European Consortium, there are more than 400 universities, and I have seen university for India.
Okay. Not European.
Called European Consortium, and this is like the other things, they start in some place and now it's there. The Erasmus is an European program, and now we have people from Mexico, Chile. Now we're doing the No, I think there is not such restriction, and especially in this area of the MOOCs and the online teaching. The idea is just to follow. So the idea is to create a consortium. The question, you have to pay. Do you are a member? Yes, usually it's something to pay, but in other organizations, you don't have to pay anything. So you are a member of the Academy of Pharmacy, and you don't have to pay. They don't pay you anything, but you also. Well, I mean, the question is just to show you that this checklist, following the way I showed, you can get a lot of information, which is very important. Again, influence the second call. Often, it's because I lose the connection. I don't know why. So here we have courses. Why I'm going to show you this, because I took time in order to see how much or how many courses about pharmacy they have. And they have, well, there's one course about new drug design, something like that. This is the only one probably, and well, here you can take a look by yourself. I mean, for me, maybe I lose information, because sometimes, you can here use this filter for duration, workload, level, set basis. They have features or not, for the price, for the micro credential, a lot of this. Now you can check by the language, by the level, I don't know. Let's put something like here. Then when you open this, opens. Now you have possibility, yes, you say yes, search. And here you have the courses. No one. There is no one like it. Okay, provider. Provider. Well, Harvard University, many open university, campus university. You can see the Open University, which is one of the first universities that offer this type of thing. The Universidad Nacional de Educación a Distancia, I'm not sure if it's the Spanish or one. Universidad Aberta, maybe it's Portuguese, I don't know. Universidad Telemática Internacional, Universidad Oberta de Catalunya. I know this. Most of them are just these universities that were born with the idea to offer courses in this but like to show you by the field, but I don't. Duration. There is one place, I'm sure because I have seen before, there is one place in which you can check all the books, one by one. One by one. I don't know, that's why you have here. All. Here is for the whole load in hours. So you have 25 until 360 hours for all. 60. Yeah. Okay, 60. Okay, in search. Okay. It's just to show you because maybe now you enter, you can see what are the courses. Here, nothing. What's that? This is there is a lot of them. But this is another interesting point for people not European people in this case because in Europe they prepare what they call the European Qualification Framework. The acronym of the EQF, European Qualification Framework, and they establish 8 levels. Now you can identify immediately that they have very low levels, usually are not university levels. They have the diploma, which is the number 5, which is in some cases for courses of duration of 2 years. In some countries they have, at least in France, they have for 2 years. Then you have the bachelor, which is the licenciado in many countries. You have the master, the doctor, so it's not difficult. If you want to read about what is exactly this level, you just put the European Qualification Framework, and you can see exactly what is supposed to do the people who receive this qualification. That's the center for a moment. Okay, so here, and put another one. Here, sorry, probably with the screen. European Qualification Framework. Sometimes this is a trick, but maybe for you some kind of problem is common. You put only the acronym. Sometimes it's confusing because there are enterprises and there are 6 pages. But you put in this case European Qualification Framework. Now we have what we call the European Qualification Framework. Yes, it's in Spanish, but maybe you could have all the translation. Here we have the European Qualification Framework, which is the European Qualification Framework. In some places here you have the register of, you have all the information here. So in that pages, they explain to you exactly what is supposed to demonstrate the people who has the level 8. And it's written in a way of competences. So level 8 is not related to the duration of the courses. It's related to the competencies. You have, for example, the capacity to be the leader in a group, research group. This is a master level. The capacity to produce new knowledge. This is a doctorate level. So it's something like that. You have to read because maybe it's interesting in one sense. If you want to apply in a way in which all the people move from one country to another. So in that case, we have this European Qualification Framework. In every country is different, but because we know the competencies, now we can make the change. So nowadays, in Spain, we have only 3 levels, which is the level graduado, licenciado, master, and doctor. We don't have the other degrees. But okay, in other cases, they have identified the differences. So that's for the European Qualification. And in some place, I don't have I don't know why it's not working. You can see all the courses. And to see all the courses is interesting because now you have the reference, if you have some idea about your course, how to prepare it. Because you have all the details of the course. Well, here they have courses, but there is the possibility to select, for example, pharmacy or drug. For them, the key word is drug, not pharmacy, drug. Drugs, drug. Supporting, here you have a lot. So in that case, well, we have this one, the Finnish basic education. Now here you have the book page. Offering is not in Finnish, it's Sweden. Let's try another one. Okay, here we have yeah. So here we have, you see here the course structure, the introduction, the different modules. So as you can see, we are the same idea. Here, the explanation, you have course structure, introduction, and depends on the courses that we have everything here, the calendar. So, I think we are very close to this. So you can take a look to one, and for these, it's very illustrative because sometimes now we are thinking about possible solution, and the solution is already. So it's just to, I don't know why the pharmacy doesn't appear, but you have many of these examples. So coming back to our point, so we have the open up education possibility, and in some place also are the MOOCs. Okay, let's put in another. Here. The European Food Consortium. Okay. It's not just for European, but you have here the European Consortium. Here you have a lot of things in order to find information which is useful for what we are doing. So we have here the consortium, programs. Always with an idea, micro-credential. This is something you have to be here in mind because maybe this is the present of the again, they explain about this and what are the requirements, for chain and micro-credential. You can see as the total load starting time of 4 to 6 years. So we are talking about 100 or 150 hours. So all these details are interesting because for me it's something like how to prepare the exit of this project and to be recognized internationally. So even if you're not a member of the consortium, at least you follow the directives of this consortium. And in some places to have the different courses. This is for the labor market, innovative, popular, scalable. Well, this is almost for the entire day. Just to take a look for the possibilities. Yeah, I don't find the courses, but anyway, maybe it's because now we are very fast on this. But again,
can move to the different other subunits, but basically, what I'm proposing is that one is the possibility of the fixed seal, which is for pharmacy, specific pharmacy, wonderful. And the second is the open up air, which is more general, but also is recognized. What is the difference? That this is recognized for almost everybody, and probably in the near future it's going to be officially recognized. While the fixed seal is more difficult because it's a more professional association. In this case, it's educational. And we have to combine one thing because we are professional and educational institution. So I think it's a good idea. And the third point, I just want to mention because it's the specific recognition you can do in your country. So in my case, I'm going to apply for the recognition of the Minister of Health. Because the Ministry of Health in Spain recognized the courses for professionals in the health area, like pharmacists. Okay. So they have a special regulation, you have to the same, you have criteria, you have to take a look at. In this case, it's for Spain. So in your country, maybe you have something like that. It's not the academic accreditation, again, it's the professional accreditation or recognition. But for many professionals, I'm just thinking and people who can follow this course, there are people who have the degree, and now what they need is some kind of specialization or whatever. Maybe this is enough. And we have to wait until we have something in order to create the official accreditation for academic. So this is the third point. The fifth seal one, open up another possibility. It is very simple. See, you fulfill the criteria and apply for them. And the third is your national institution to be recognized for this course. The whole point is even more is just to include these courses as part of the academic offer in your university. I know this is quite difficult because in many cases they say, but you don't have a teacher, you don't have a registration for the students. No, you don't have teacher, you don't have registration. Well, if you don't have teacher, maybe they broke the course, but there's no registration. Difficult, no? Because at the end, you don't pay for the registration, it's a problem for universities until they develop this new possibility. Because there's a lot of universities which are totally online. So they survive by the registration of the students in another way. In some cases, it's just to pay a certain amount of money for the entire course. You pay only when you need support. And it's something like you make a phone call to one of these companies to pay 5 minutes. You invest 10 minutes and you have to call with you for your support, you have to pay 10 minutes. And they receive money by the for the phone companies. So this is a new business that universities are not very aware of. But outside universities, but the whole point is to include the courses in the university. In my case, well, I'm just trying to change from my university is the recognition as one trade denomination that we have in Granada, which is títulos propios, own degrees. Not official degrees, because when we say official degrees, mean they have validity in the entire European Union. And then they have to follow the accreditation process, teacher registration, material, everything. But they have there what they call the private or own courses. In that case, you don't have to fulfill all the criteria for this accreditation. But of course, they have to receive some kind of accreditation, and at the end, it's an offer by the university. And now you have to explain to foreigners what is the difference between the official and the own courses. But here you have the university seal. So this is an official course. So, yeah. But we say it's not official. I mean, not official is depending on the validity of the degree. Because in terms of pharmacy, the degree of pharmacy, for example, if you have the degree of pharmacy, you can work in whatever country the European Union has promised. That's the official recognition. You obtain a degree in pharmacogenomics, and it is COPHELA courses. You don't have responsibility. I mean, you can work whatever you want if they want. I mean, they receive this as a good, but not, it's not regulation, because the pharmacy is a regulated profession in Europe. So, in that case, you have to follow the official. But for the specialization, there's no specialization. Now, so now you get the possibility to use these courses for this specialization. So these are the four possibilities I anticipate we can do for our courses. And you can do whatever you want. If you ask me, I'm going to follow the four of them. But I know that sometimes our expertise I don't want to force when you want to do something that's possible. But if you can do that, for me, it's a good idea. To receive the fifth seal, the open up seal, or whatever the lado, they call the lado, to receive the ministry, the national recognition, and to include whatever is possible to include in your university. That's my idea of the accreditation and implementation. Because the two things are at the same time, because you are implementing, but you are preparing all of these papers in order to get a grade. So, again, you don't want to follow one of these procedures, you don't need to follow them. So, it's up to you. Okay? Questions? Comments? Criticism?
We are afraid. No, I really thank you, gentlemen. I really think this is very eye-opening. I'm really looking forward to something like that. Of course, probably not this year. Not that fast, unfortunately, but maybe one of these four options, the internal one, the professional courses for formal educational programs, we do something faster. But thank you. This is really, really great to know. And this, I'll try to take account of the guidelines of open up and to incorporate that in our current course. Thank you. It's good knowing this.
Well, as I said, everyone can take their own decision about this. What is important is that for the project, we can demonstrate that we have done something in order to get a credit. But I mean, the possibilities, I found these four possibilities, and that's why it's great. But now, but we have to demonstrate that we have applied, like it was the compromise at the beginning. So in the paper, when we sent to the European Union, say, okay, now we're going to, at the end, we are going to present the modern accreditation process. We are not sure we are going to get this accreditation, but we are going to present. So whatever you can, because now you have free. If there is a specific rule in order to do that, now that you are obligated, but because there is nothing, that's not the possibility. And maybe another, this is a more personal feeling, is that this kind of soft accreditation, like the open, the field, seems to be very soft because now we think inside the university, but when you move outside the university, it's exactly the opposite. So that official accreditation is very active. What we need is that has an international recognition. So it doesn't matter if the university or another recognized course. You have the few seal.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is just a personal comment. found this information very interesting. As I work in a continuous education coordination inside the institution at the university, this is very interesting. But I'm going to explore more about this because I was reading and I think we have to pay like 2,500 euros to get these credentials. So I'm going to talk this with my coordination. So we can evaluate the possibility to pay for this and to get these credentials because I found it very important to get the credentials.
I'm not sure about this. I'm going to say that as well, you know, all these organizations, the big organizations are very aware of the big issues and the self-infrastructure. So I cannot say exactly so, but sometimes you explain the problem, like for example, and they're very understand situation. So I would like to be a member of that, but we don't pay more than 50 euros. This is what I can pay. So sometimes they not. It's for free for you. Because they have, I don't know, they have 400 or 4,000 or nothing. So they have. So at least, well, you know, sometimes the local regulation they very difficult to achieve this goal because most of them are local regulation. So it's something that happened in the European Union. At the beginning, every country has their own regulation. You want to move from Spain to a country that has the order, you have to present all the paper. Now you take the plane and nobody has you. And this is kind of yes, nothing happened. So at the end, they discovered that there is not necessarily regulation. But for me, it's something like you have to follow different regulations. And imagine you find one good job in Slovakia. Now you have to fulfill that regulation. It's impossible. But it is open. So now you can find your job. I think all of these things are going to go. More questions? So coffee time. Yes, we want to make some comments or questions for everybody. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Very, very.
Hello, Antonio.
Para que se oiga como fuera más fuerte, eso todo lo vamos a tener.
Está saliendo por el tata.
Está saliendo vamos a ver si se le puede buscar el remoto. Voy a ver porque abajo tienen el remoto. Pues si no, voy a buscar el remoto. No sé si Carolina fue a eso o fue a otra cosa.
Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we have made change with the division in order to increase the quality of the audio. Now I think we can talk whatever we want. You want to say something? Yeah?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just two very practical points. The sound is very poor. Huh? And the second point is that I can't see your slides. All I can see is the desktop of your computer.
No se oye. ¿Oyes?
Yo oigo a él, sí lo oigo.
Ah, perfecto. Entonces, a favor, a mí también, porque yo no lo oigo. No sé por qué. Digo que
She just told us that we didn't hear anything about practically anything, and also that we didn't see the slides. Jeff, the slides actually were mostly web pages of Open Up Ed and the fifth web page for asking for the accreditation of the courses. And Antonio was telling us his ideas about how to achieve these accreditations, and he presented 4 ways that actually were one by FEED, one by the Open Up Ed, the other one an internal one, and the 4th one would be with the internal health system in each country. I think that was pretty much what he presented. Thank you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't understand, I'm afraid. On my computer, there are only 2 windows open. One is the picture of the people in the meeting.
Yes.
And the second one is the desktop of the computer, but not the slides.
Yes, I think the idea was that you actually could see us here seated. Unfortunately, you didn't see the web pages that Antonio just showed us.
That's right.
Okay. Well, he's not showing us anything else, so now we can just talk about what he presented, which you didn't hear, but I don't know if anyone of my colleagues have any questions for Jeff?
Sure. I have a question for you. Remember that he has a tremendous expertise in this. Jeff, do you mind if the people in this meeting can contact you directly by email? Because here the communication is getting bad.
I can't hear you, Antonio.
Okay, I think we have a problem with the connection because I couldn't hear you properly. Sometimes I just say 1 or 2 words, but not the entire sentence. So, but the question again is, can the people here contact you directly? Okay, well.
Chat. Do we have chat? Yes, we do. Yeah.
El directo es así, siempre, ¿no?
Sí, ya.
Bueno. Esto lo domina, yo esto soy un poco torpe, la verdad. Además me gusta mirar a la gente y no miro la pantalla, pues meto la pata todos los días.
Pero
Veo
somos
dónde
equipo
voy,
COPHELA,
si me
¿no?
va.
Somos equipo COPHELA. nos revise los programas a todos.
Es muchísimo.
Okay,
I understood that he will be doing that.
okay.
He will be doing that, not as part of the accreditation service in the initial agreement. Yes, I just had you here in Zoom.
Right, okay.
So I think our communication is really, really bad, and Antonio wanted to know if people here would write to you directly in case they have any questions.
La cosa no te llega, pero
No veo nada.
Sí, no veo nada. Pero pues ya,
Maybe podríamos cambiar ahora la cámara. ¿Sería mucho? No, ya no.
Tiene mala conexión, pero en YouTube va a quedar todo compartido.
Incluso queda la diapositiva.
Todo.
Okay. Then that everything will be in a YouTube video.
Okay.
So we can check it later.
sí, ya.
It's you?
National
Content.
And or courses are based on competency. Where funds that.
Tenemos que mejorar las conexiones, nos falta un cable submarino.
Same problems for you. YouTube publications.
But later will be better, once it's finished. Because now it is streaming. And then you can hear the.
No, Mariano, vamos a seguir nosotros, porque esto es. Y además, cuando se pone más cosas.
Sí, so I'm gonna go goodbye.
Porque puede quedar conectado con una copia. Remember that.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry about the connections because we are going to send you all the information on everything we have been taught in this meeting. So now we can talk later, maybe when I came back to Spain or whatever, we will have better information. But now we are going to continue with the meeting. Day to day, it's the last day. People want to see Valparaiso. Take one of these boats to get around in the bay, which is fantastic. They have one lion. No, nothing.
Okay, Anthony, acaba de contestar ya. I entirely agree.
Okay, yeah. As you know, you are essential for all of these processes, so we will get in contact as soon as I get back to Spain, okay? And the second part of this session, we need on or not, I don't know, is what are the next steps in order to continue the project in some way, not in the same format, because the project finished. That, as I mentioned before, is absolutely something I'm very proud of. Feel all of this group, and so now we can challenge us in order to do one thing. I was trying with Alfonso in the coffee at the beginning of this morning that we have a possibility to apply for our Erasmus Mundus project. It's a joint degree. In that case, now it's a much compromise. In the sense that we can use all of this material in order to present this course, but after that, then there has to be mobility of the students in the different institutions, at least 6 months in 2 different institutions. So usually this master Erasmus Mundus from 2 years. One is the local place in the institution, the student in Valparaiso, for 1 course here using the material we create with the support of a tutor. In that case, has to be more presence of activity. And then the second year, they have to spend 6 months in one country and another 6 months in another country or institution. I'm not sure. But the second year is totally experimental or practical. So in that case, the students are not just going to receive theoretical lessons, but it's to work. In our case, in the unit of pharmacogenomics, in order to do something. 6 months, another 6 months, and another maybe then move to Valparaiso to go labor. So they have to move for practical activities. So in that case, the compromise is that we have to move support. The students receive their salary for the Erasmus project in the days they are very well paid, so they have enough money so they can pay your registration. Maybe they receive, let's say, last time was 25,000 euros per year. So they can pay your registration, no problem, and also with everything, so no problem with that. But now you have to provide the resources, the laboratories of them. So you have to also think who is the person in charge. The number of students is not very, very high. I mean, usually the number of students that move out of one university institution is not bigger than 10. Usually it's less than that. But at the end, you need a person because 6 months working in the laboratory is too much. And also you have to create what activity they are going to do. Not just, well, come here, you can incorporate my research or whatever. No, you have to establish personally because they have to choose. I'm interested because you are teaching me nanomaterial, but exactly what kind of teaching I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare them. So you have to specify. So at the end, you have to put resources
you receive money from the program or the laboratory or whatever activities you have. But you have to think in person, to know about this, to prepare something which is attractive for the student. Because if you can apply, you say, my university offers pharmacogenomics, but if my program is very poor, nobody will do that. So in that case, zero students. And it creates a problem for the consortium because maybe you have 50 students and you can allocate to different places, but if no one is interested in the places now, you have a problem. So I have to be careful. I mean, nothing more. I mean, it's just a compromise. And another thing, this master, the joint master degrees that are in Fundus has to be recognized by all universities automatically. No condition. You study in Valparaiso, then move to Mexico or Spain, and you say, okay, I need my degree, my master degree. You say, okay, you can apply whatever you want. Valparaiso, yeah. In Granada, the same. The same if my student, exactly the same. No distinction, no conditions, so it has to be disagreement. But maybe the only thing that they give you the possibility is that you can present different papers. So instead of saying in one paper all the rectors have to sign the degree or whatever, so you can prepare different papers. But at the end is automatically recognized. If this person applied for a doctorate or whatever, you have to admit exactly the same if were those students. So there is a little compromise. Well, this is the idea of Erasmus Mundus joint degrees. But before of that, they have a program which is just for the design and preparation of the projects. So they give money, about 50 or 60,000 euros, just to prepare the project. And maybe from my point of view, this is what if you're interested, we can do. Is just apply for one of these preparation projects, not just to present, it's just to make the design and see all of this. Okay. And then when we have something which is good, now we can apply for the master degree. The master degree is evaluated by the European agency. And all the countries, at least in Europe, has to admit this accreditation as the official accreditation. So you don't have to pay to pass other accreditation agencies. Now you receive automatically the accreditation in all the countries in Europe. And he, for example, I don't know if you recognize this because, I mean, well, in any case, the idea is that if you're interested, we can apply for one of these programs to see, just to prepare the master class. The other is to wait until the new proposal of the European Union to see how can we continue the course. This activity. I'll show you something about the Erasmus Mundus and similar. For today, I don't know if we are in the condition just to make a decision, formal, compromise with the this. If you tell me that you're interested, I can move this idea in order to finish this next step probably in the next meeting, which is going to be held in Sao Paulo. Okay. But now, in 10 minutes to finish, and Claudia is going to present the meeting in Sao Paulo. Erasmus. Okay, no, go back. Because I actually something that is something very interesting. The Erasmus Mundus taxonomy. Here is when you can see all the Erasmus Mundus masters. All of them are masters, right? Not doctors are masters. They are talking about you also masters, but not yet. Here we have the catalog. Erasmus Mundus, okay, here, okay, field studies. Let's go to pharmacy. No, go ahead and choose one of the options. Okay, we have chemistry, we have economic sciences, we have environmental sciences, we have history, we have information engineering, we have law, we have life sciences, no pharmacy. So let's take a look at chemistry. In chemistry, something is not working properly today. Chemistry is supposed to now change chemistry. Maybe at home you can check all this catalog. I checked this before in order to see how much is present pharmacy in this list of courses. And there only found one course, only one. There are about 400 running, but only one about pharmacy. And the thing is that you are able to enter in these categories, now you appear here to the different masters. Erasmus Mundus in mineral and mental process. I don't know. Iceland sustainability, sustainable level. I've seen master degree, management, field environment, Mundus, astrophysics, migration. I want to show you one that for me.
Practice scholarly.
Antonio, try to share your screen for the audience to deliberate.
Yeah.
Try to share your screen.
Please.
Let's go. Well, you can take a look for the different master now developing in Europe and everywhere. In all of this, you have possibility to participate from outside European Union, of course. But it's just I wanted to show you what kind is the thematics of the courses. Because most of them are just something which are very broad. It's not very specific because it's like clinical linguistics or something, and innovation. The key word is innovation. And there is one probably is called innovative medicine. So for me, the translation form automatic. We can create one is innovative pharmacy. We cannot say we are going to talk about pharmacoeconomics. It's something more for innovative pharmacy. Can we say something about innovative pharmacy? Didn't found this denomination in the catalog, so maybe we can apply for innovative pharmacy and use all the information we have from the perspective. There are here you can see the different countries participating in the here, Belgium, Sweden, Ireland, there are a lot. But you can see, oh, here you.
You know,
And we have Chile, Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, and so you can see. You want to take a look? You just enter into the web page, and now you see all the details. In that case, remember, this is just for students have to be registered, so there is a specific time, it's not a one, this is another one. This is using the material translate to this, which is the normal version for us. The idea, if you want to know exactly how to manage all these hybrid courses, is the same that they use in the MIT, the Technological Institute of Massachusetts. It's the same idea. Theory is for free, it's online, but the activities for the practical must be very specific, very well prepared. So now you can enter into these pages and take a look if you want to see more or less the idea and propose. Because it's good. I mean, because I had some experience in that, but maybe it's the first time for you to take a look. It's interesting. But here you have about the study program, general program, about the mobility, about what is it have to do the first year, which is what you see. The first year they study in Groningen, in Heidelberg, and in South. There's Groningen is the Netherlands. Heidelberg is in Germany, and Uppsala is in Sweden. They decided this way. At the end, they had to create a consortium, exactly the same as now. To create a consortium, and the consortium made the decision about everything. And even you can select, for example, the registration is now in all the universities or in one place. In some cases, for example, at the beginning, before the Brexit, we always put the registration in the United Kingdom because they can pay more money because in Spain you have to pay. So if you receive 400 euros for the registration, you cannot prepare the practical work and things like that. If you move to the United Kingdom, maybe the registration is 20,000 euros. So now you have money for managing. So sometimes they need just to work about this. Here is the testimonial of people from here, spring, mobility, what is the plan. You can see here how the people can move between the different universities. So it's a lot of work, but it's possible. I mean, it takes, let's say, 2 credits in order to prepare the projects. And so, but the compromise is important. I mean, the first thing is to talk with the authorities at the university. They are able to recognize or not. Because in some cases, they say, no, the student coming from Granada not recognized automatically. They have to proceed with the recognition according to automatically. They sometimes say, okay, give me the degree. But you are a student in Granada, no, you are a student in the master. We can talk about this. Okay, so take a look at the different courses, or at least one to see exactly how they prepare. So industry innovation, or I mean, it's very interesting. Well, the only thing is that at least in Europe, all the universities want to have at least one Erasmus Mundus. It's like you to have a Nobel Prize. You have an Erasmus Mundus, and now you are in the first division of the football. If not, between rectors is typical. Oh, I have 2 Erasmus Mundus, and you don't have 0. It's relatively easy to convince the rector about this problem because at the end you say, okay, we are going just to prepare 10 students. They have to recognize 10 students. I do for myself, not necessarily have to have only 10. But Well, I'm getting that very serious, so we need to manage what my position in the different universities. But this is one possibility. For me, the best, because it's something like now to move to the next level, which is following the MIT idea, is just to create something which is with practical activity. So it's not to say I'm going to give you an introduction of pharmacogenomics. No, I'm going to prepare you to be a pharmacogenomics expertise because it's master level. And master level is, it's not just to know. You have to be very active. So this is the question, or when you have something more to show you. Okay. But one at the end. Now, Rasmus, plus. Just one space to yeah, okay. But this is the Erasmus Plus website, and for me it's also important because we have the possibility to continue this activity as a corporation, organization, institution. Not just to create a master, it's also another possibilities. There is no proposal right now, but here you have, for example, partnership for cooperation, including smaller K, partnership for excellence, partnership, and here is the Erasmus Mundus action, partnership for innovation, including. So we have many possibilities in order to continue our activities. And there is one is to prepare the Master Mundus, the Erasmus Mundus. I don't know where it is, but maybe it's here. But I mean, it's possible. So this is also interesting. I wanted to show you the Erasmus Plus website because it's the same. So it's a European program, but all of you are invited. So, no problem. Maybe at the end we have to create a consortium, like this consortium. 2 or 3 institutions from Europe and other from also they have windows. And they say now this year is focused in Latin America, or this focus in, so now we can manage this. But here is a good idea to take a look for the possibilities we have. Non-profit, European, whatever, and take a look inside if we can apply it or not. So my suggestion, today's suggestion is to take a look to this. We come at home, and probably in the next meeting we can be prepared and say, okay, I have to take a look. So for me, this is the best action to do or whatever. So this is very interesting. Now, innovation, so that is well. Yesterday, as Eva knows all of this program very well, he had some direction in the mental answer. Everything is now appear next month. Okay. This one place just to show you the program about the work for preparation of wonders. This is the program in which this project is included, the capacity building. So maybe here there is something for that. But not, it takes time because here it's difficult to find all of these things and needs to be done by practice. But please take a look at this. So the second point of the meeting was what we can do for the future. We can do a lot of things, And we can obtain funding for all these ideas. As far as I know, with this project from the European Union, but you know, another possibilities, yeah, we can explore too. But what for me is real important is that to continue this group working together in whatever way. You know, that's my master. Maybe it's the clearest one. But maybe it's difficult for the festival of recognition in the different universities and things like that. If not, we can try with other group. Okay, so yeah, we are going to do in the future. In the very near future, well, we are going to continue this discussion. And also, we have to present and approve, formally approve the final report that we have to be ready by the 14th of November. So that's why, because we have a possibility, we have to discuss if we are going to have another meeting. In this case, according to the proposal, Sao Paulo, it has to be in Sao Paulo. We cannot change the place. So it has to be in Sao Paulo, and maybe for that meeting, there are certain limitations because we have to use the budget we have, and because of the prices of the travel, you know, so maybe it has to be some limitation. Maybe, I don't know, Lina and Christina, exactly what I can do. But the idea is just we are going to have this meeting in Sao Paulo. One is
Gracias.
final report has to be approved. No, just to final formally approved and to talk about the final approval.
Every day.
For example, I promise to send you the draft so you can make time to see if it is correct, complete information according to the information that you have sent me. But for seeing for possibilities for next step, in that case, you have to render at least in this side for see.
He's looking for your PowerPoint. He's open to. So now we will present some information about our institution. Well, we are talking about São Paulo. That 3 days for finish the report to build some points, but finish the report. And so we evaluate that 3 days are not. And 7 to 9 November. And possible for us. Nina and I were talking about the budget, and maybe we have enough to 4 people from each university, but we will evaluate if it's possible and we can include 1 person. Okay. We will present some information about our institution, our relationship international studies, so you feel more enthusiastic.
Hi everyone, I'm Susan from São Paulo. I'm the coordinator of international relationship and came here to invite you to our institution. location. So we stay in São Paulo, but we have some other other seats around São Paulo. Here are some pictures of our city. São Paulo is the biggest place, the biggest city of Brazil, in terms of economic data, in terms of jobs, in terms of opportunities. Here is the Ibirapuera, and here MASP, the Museum of São Paulo. So we have around 209 million of people. Our higher education is one of the best ones of Brazil. So we are a federal university in Brazil. A federal university is directly related to the federal president. So at this time, this is not so good. Here is our building of history. We stay here. We have traditional and the same type of modern building close to Market, the museum contemporary art that we will invite you to visit. It is really close to our hospital and the campus São Paulo. Campus São Paulo has a lot of courses. I will show you some of these. And for us, we will receive you here in this building, in the pavement, the first pavement, auditorium that is already reserved for our meeting. We are the top 3 federal university of Brazil. São Paulo has, as I state, 43 million of people, 43 million of people, and around 20 million of people are in São Paulo, in the great region of São Paulo, in the metropolitan region of São Paulo. So you'll see a lot of people around us. More than 3 technology parks are there in São Paulo, and 56 technology schools. Here we have a beautiful view of São Paulo. Here is the Marginal Pinheiros. That is our the main street that everybody uses to come to São Paulo and to go out São Paulo. The people that are from the other cities more distant from São Paulo, there's a lot of problems with this because it has a real traffic jam, but we don't like about it. So, but I'm from a small city in Brazil, and for me this was a big problem for me. So as well. So, but we'll hear more of this. Talk about the beautiful place, the city. It's concentrated like 75% of Brazilian trade shows and events. So about this Brazilian reserves are responsible for 56% of the Latin American papers. And São Paulo, we are responsible for around 43,000 published papers in Brazil. So, yes, next one, please. In Brazil, we have a lot of universities, public universities, and after 2002, 2003, we had a government that created a program named as Reunión, the Structuration and Expansion of Federal Universities around São Paulo, and we expand a lot of the number of public universities from around all the states of Brazil. And university was a part of the UNI of this program, federal program, and we received at 2004 the campus Baixada Santista, 2007 the campus Diadema, and there. In 2007 the campus Guarulhos, and in the same year the campus São José dos Campos. Now we have also 2011 the creation of Osasco, and 2016 the creation of campus Zona Leste and Budapest. So we are the second one biggest university of Brazil. So the distribution of our campus around São Paulo, here is the city of São Paulo, and we are distributed around the city of São Paulo. Overview about the structures that we have in our campus. Here is a part of campus Baixada Santista, a part or the main building of campus Diadema, the main building of campus Guarulhos, one of the main buildings of campus São Paulo, because there we have a lot of courses distributed around Vila Clementino, that is the place that the campus is in the city of São Paulo. Here, the main building of campus São José dos Campos and the campus Osasco as well. We have here a picture of the main building of campus Osasco. We have 53 undergraduate courses, 67 graduate programs, 154 social projects, and around 30, more than 37 learning distance programs. 86 medical residents and more than 20 professional residents. Here some pictures about our this is the hospital, the research building from São Paulo. It is the biggest one building that we have research in São Paulo. Here as well, here our factory, here campus Diadema. We were in 2019 the first position of teaching. In 2018, the first publication with high citation index in the campus. Now we are the third position in Brazil Federal as Brazil Federal University, and the 61 in Latin America. So we are between the complicated citation index of the last evaluations, including 2022 This is an overview of our scientific production and our programs that we have in the regulated programs. Next one, please. Here's some index about our scientific production from 2005 until 2016. These data are in progress. They are reviewed now. Some facilities that we have for research proposed for multiple users in all campus. We have this type of facilities for multiple purpose. We are now in establishment of international relations or cooperation or something like that with these countries, with a lot of universities, and you are here, all of you are here.
Now in this conference.
Yes, yes. Yesterday we met with the director of this university of real nice collaboration, so we are very excited about this. Our data about the mobility and this collaboration with the University of COPHELA will increase the numbers of mobility between our professors, students. We are really excited about the next one, please. We are part of COPHELA, that is a really big program of COPHELA, the most big financial agents of Brazil, and we are part of this program. In a lot of areas, using health problems, social problems, and this project allows the mobility of the students, of professors, and to receive some financial support for all the projects that are related. So, just about the campus screen. Here, next one. So, some overview about our regulated programs. We are interdisciplinary university, and we have some health programs, some technological innovation programs, engineer, social sciences, biological sciences. And all of them distributed in our campus. Overview about the programs that are in Paulista Medical School. Here, the undergraduate program. The Institute of C, from Santos, Baixada Santista, all the undergraduate and graduate programs. Here, the campus Diadema and undergraduate and graduate programs. Here, campus Guarulhos and the Institute of Language and Human Science, all the undergraduate programs and graduate programs. And here, from campus Osasco, all the School of Politics, Economics, and Business, all the undergraduate programs and graduate programs. And as well here, the Institute of Science and Technology, our campus in São José dos Campos, our undergraduate and graduate. So here are some numbers of our teaching hospital that is in Campus São Paulo. Our main activation areas about our extension programs, more than 60 social programs that we are keeping in in our university and more than 154 social projects. So at this, all of you is really welcome to São Paulo. Thank you.
It's a big job. It's hard to give this things we have a big creativity to give to face our difficulties in Brazil, and we will have many creativity to receive you too. I would like to know knowledge my this network that is here and offer this support to you, invite you and receive you the best way as I can. Okay, I will convince them.
Could you confirm the date?
7 to 9, November 7 to 9, 7 to 9. Okay, you can go 2 days or 1 day before, and I recommend that you stay until they finish, until 9, and back to home in time, because you can enjoy and took the shower for a job on 3 days, because Wednesday we don't have the space to work, and so we do a cultural program to us only for morning, and we will finish it in afternoon. You can do it. Estão de acordo com você? Estão felizes de ir a Brasil?
Primeiramente, Sofia.
Nos vemos el sábado, ¿no es así? O el viernes.
El viernes llegas sábado por la mañana, entonces vamos a disfrutar, comer una feijoada, una caipirinha. Ya, ¿te parece?
Una es poco.
Una no.
Una que
Una
otra.
para empezar.
Una que otra caipirinha. ¿No es?
Bueno, yo creo que también podemos seguir en español, ¿no?
Sí, claro. We can,
No, we can also set the boundaries, maybe you want to show us something on this is the book about this. Of course, I take a visit or this is one even.
You are all welcome.
Okay, espada de...
What?
Espada de... Camisa de espada.
Espada? Ah, o disco. Rodízio. De carne. No, yo le ayudo a Claudia lo que... Yo le ayudo a Claudia. Vamos a trabajar.
Será una detección brasileña. Explicamos hoy un poco porque por coincidencia estamos con nuestras internacionales, escritoras, estamos anteriores en este momento que los brasileños vamos a hacer ¿verdad? Es poco
Oye, bueno, pues yo no tengo ya más que decir.
hay un coffee esperándonos en la terraza.
Ah,
La cruz. En la
very welcome.
Brilliant, brilliant. Es que está apagado. Está apagado, ¿no? Well, on the name of Universidad Valparaíso, I want to say thank you to everyone that attended today. And as a departure activity, we have the last coffee break with the nice view of the Valparaíso Bay. And I ask for forgiveness for every mistake or bad connection we have. But for us, the new people in the Valparaíso team was so nice to meet you all. And we're looking forward to this nice consortium that you have here. So I hope you all say yes to Antonio and keep going with this very interesting project that was cut by the pandemic, and we were not able to develop all of our capacity. But I really would like that we keep together. Maybe we could have Argentina, Cuba, I don't know yet. But at least this group is so nice. And I could get to meet everyone in some detail as I would like because I was organizing. But in Brazil, it's going to be better for me, not so good for you guys because being in the organizing team is really hard. But I also wish you all a very, very nice and safe trip back to your countries. And you have something else to say?
Yes,
Thank you
please.
so much.
So one is short and one is long. The short is thank you, and the long is